So I didn't schedule this live, and I didn't schedule it on purpose. I just wanted to see who would potentially show up. I'm going to give it 30 seconds, no more. I am going to do a 3-minute breakdown of Nvidia and whether or not we can expect a particular price move after the earnings report tomorrow, regardless of the earnings report. So let me just fill you in on what I mean by that. Many times, the reported earnings are meaningless. The businesses are already set up to have a price move one way or the other, or just to kind of be, stagnant and have no move whatsoever. But typically, that is determined before earnings. I would say 70% of the time, you could tell what will happen regardless of the earnings report. Here we are in a minute. Okay, so let's start breaking down Nvidia, 3-minute breakdown. So I'm going to share the chart with you now because that is in fact how we evaluate what something's doing. We will do a very quick evaluation of the NASDAQ leading into tomorrow. Here we are. Let's take a look at what we got. Volume has all but dried up. We are on a daily chart. Weekly won't do much for us because it is only Tuesday. So on a daily chart, it looks like volume has dried up significantly today. We are within half an hour of the close. Let's scoot this over. You can see the volume down here at the bottom. This is never a good sign when it comes to a breakout in price. And as you can see, we have seen nothing but volume dropping throughout this entire run up, which is never good as price is increasing and volume is drying up, especially when we know that corporate buybacks are at extremely high levels right now. Let's zoom in. I'm going to zoom in real fast here, folks. If you've never done this with me before, typically there's a lot more explanation. But for now, we're going to move quickly. As you can see, volume absolutely drying up. We're at a 1-hour chart. Let's go to a 30-minute. Okay, on a 30-minute, it looks equivalently bad. There appears to be a gap down here at 426. I am going to quickly check the S&P for confirmation of that gap. Yes, it's there too. So it looks like we will have general market direction running against us. It looks like we should come down to about 426 on QQQ. That should be a very, that should be a rapidly approaching price right there. Call it 425. Let's go down to 15 minutes and see. As we zoom in, folks, what this tells us is it gives us a closer view of time frame, how quickly something will happen. When you look at a monthly chart, you're looking at what will happen in the future, the next 2 to 5 years. Weekly, you're probably looking at 0 to 2 years. Daily, you're inside of a year, usually 6 months, so on and so forth. Let's look at a 5-minute chart. Big gap that fills, beautiful gap that fills on the way down. Fills beautifully, as in there's no volume. Looks like the market would be reaching to drop. It looks like Nvidia will actually have the market headwinds regardless of the outcome of the earnings. Let's get rid of that. So let's take a look at Nvidia. I think we're pretty good on time here. Nvidia is showing a massive sell up here at the highs, but it does have this contrary opinion down here at the lows because these pieces of volume, these footprints, which are very large, are contrary to one another, which means there is definitely an argument over buying and selling within Nvidia at the moment. Let's take a look here. As you can see, this was that low volume when prices are this low here. And this is more of a cluster. This is a 4-hour chart. This is an individual sell, a bang. So this dropped price intentionally. So as we look at this, we would say there wasn't really any more accumulation here. And what we would say was price was hammered on intentionally by whatever group can create volume that big. Volume is drying up. Now, is there any gaps on this chart? There's not, and Nvidia doesn't really play well with gaps. There is one here. which would line up with that NASDAQ gap. So what you're seeing here, this would line up with that NASDAQ gap. Let's zoom into a 15. Okay, pop up, pop up. This is floating up top. All right. I would say that there's nothing here that gives me the absolute answer. This story is clearly unfolding. Nothing that gives the absolute answer. But if someone were asking me to put my money at where this is going, first stop will be 925, probably tomorrow. And then the next stop will be 851, 925 to 851. The Nasdaq should help that right along. Okay, that is the live. I told you I was going to make this fast. I don't know that I'm ever actually capable of sticking to 3 minutes, but I did give it a try. Thank you all so much for tuning in. How long was it? Yeah, 6.5 minutes. Thank you so much. And for anyone out there struggling with their mental health, not feeling positive, feeling down, things will get better. I promise you. Do something that makes you laugh. Do something that makes you smile. Tomorrow will be a better day. Every day above that, every day above ground is a good day. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but it really, really is. If you need to talk to someone, call a friend. Direct message me. If you have my number, always call me. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I hope that gave you some guidance on the video, and I hope it made sense. See you next time.